So Kenya comes over to Candy's house, and she discussed her situation. Well, Candy asked her was she okay because Candy had talked to Kenya earlier, which I will be discussing later on in the video about her situation with Matt. And then next thing you know, Cynthia comes over. Now Candy didn't know that Cynthia was coming over to the house, but Kenya was the one who invited Cynthia to the house. Now here's my thing. How do you invite somebody to somebody else's house and then proceed to say that you invited Cynthia over so you and Cynthia can room together in Candy's guest house? Because Cynthia is basically homeless right now because she's moving out of her house that she got with Peter, but now that she's moving into her lake house that, it's not officially closed yet. The situation ain't closed yet, so that's why she's not in her new house right now. So she's basically homeless. And Kenya was like, well, Candy, you said that I could stay in the house if I need to. And then Candy said I was saying that to be nice and blah blah blah. So then they decide to talk about the pop-up shop, which is a situation that Phaedra is throwing, and the proceeds will go back to her for the Flint situation because they have dirty, they had bad water and shit. So they discussed a text message that Phaedra sent to all of them, as text messaging. Kenya and Candy both agree that Phaedra read Cynthia when Cynthia was asked her about the proceeds, and when Candy read the message, I'm like, well, you know what? Phaedra did read Cynthia. As much as I ain't feeling Phaedra right about now, she do got a slick tongue and she do got a hell of a read to give a motherfucker. So yeah, she read her ass, honestly. And that's when they start talking about Sheree and how she's a human tape recorder. And Candy was like, well, not necessarily. And then Cynthia was like, what, did she bring something back wrong? And then Candy was like, Sheree is always bringing back something wrong. And then she was like, well, Sheree invited me out to lunch with her and Porsha. And she basically told Porsha that I said that she had sex with Block and all of that stuff, which wasn't the case. And Kenya points out, is that the one that peed on her? And then Candy was like, what? And then she was like, when they was in Miami and they played that Never Have I Ever game, and Shamia asked, I've never had a golden shower, and Porsha took a drink. And that's when Kenya was like, catch that tea. And then Candy was like, leave me out of the pee because I don't know nothing about that. Kenya, why are you so, I don't know, why are you so always so eager to throw shade at Porsha like all the time? It's like you can't help yourself. You always got to throw shade at this motherfucking girl when she really ain't got her ass on you, because Porsha really ain't been throwing much shade at Kenya, at least in my opinion. She really ain't throwing much shade at Kenya as much as Kenya has thrown shade at Porsha. So Kenya, girl, get a life and don't worry about who the fuck pissing on her, because I'm damn sure ain't worried about who the hell pissing on Porsha ass. If she like to get her ass pissed on and smell like some motherfucking apple juice, that's on her. Infected ass apple juice, might I add, because apple juice don't smell like piss, it just look like it. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, we get into Cynthia. She moves out of her house, and pretty much she's reminiscing on everything that happened. How Phaedra sat there and tell all the motherfucking lies on the patio when Cynthia first met them all. When Cynthia was pregnant. Well, when Phaedra was pregnant. The sink where she burnt the friendship contract. When Cynthia told Peter that she wasn't in love with him, like she shared all the memories in the house, including when her and Nene made up. They sharing everything, the bad, the good, and the ugly. And she pretty much ready to move up out of there. And honestly, y'all know I ain't never been here for Cynthia. Never have I been here for Cynthia like that. But this season she's been mellowed out. She really ain't got on my nerves as much this season. I can't give her that much. She really ain't got on my nerves, so she really ain't gave me no reason to really read her like that. So I just want to say that Cynthia, you're doing pretty well for yourself as far as a woman that's going through a divorce, and you got it, you look good. Divorce looks very good on you, to be honest. Like, I don't really have nothing negative to say regarding her divorce. But, all I can do is wish her the best of luck on moving on with her life and getting rid of Peter, because You know, she deserved better than Peter anyway. Even when I was going in on Cynthia for any little thing, I still always said that she deserved better than Peter, because I always felt like he was bringing her stock down, to be quite honest. And I still feel that way. Even now, I still feel that way. She deserves better. Cynthia's a beautiful woman. She can get whatever man she wants. And I don't know why she settled on Peter. I really don't. But it is what it is, right? So, Kenya comes home and she sees that her car windows is busted, her garage windows is busted, her cameras have been spray painted. Basically, Matt did the shit. So she calls Candy, and Candy pretty much telling her what we all telling her. Girl, if you don't let Matt ass go and move the fuck on, like, what are you waiting on? What are you holding on to? Because any man that can bust a window out your car, any man that can bust a window out of your house, any man that can spray paint a motherfucking camera can easily do all three of those things to your ass. So for real though, and I ain't even no Kenya fan like that, but all I gotta say is, don't nobody deserve that. Like, yeah, you feel like you don't think that he's gonna do this to you. Like, I hear her say this, and she sounds like a victim of domestic violence. Now, can somebody please correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't she a victim of domestic violence in her past? That's what I think she was. I want to say she was, because I could have sworn Kenya said that she was a victim of domestic violence once before. But either way, she sounds like she's a domestic violence victim right about now, because she's sitting up here defending his actions. Like, she really believes that he's not going to hurt her or he's not going to harm her. And he is, in my opinion, like, if he can break windows to your house and spray paint your motherfucking cameras and shit, like, that's some crazy man shit. He'll do anything to you, and he's doing this to get your attention. Ain't no telling what else he'll do to get your attention. Don't be surprised if you come to fuck home and you looking at the barrel of a fucking gun and he's threatening to shoot your ass because you don't want to be with him. Like, those are the type of situations where you need to get the fuck out of it before it gets worse to what it looks like and what the fuck it sound like. Get on with your life. You know, ain't no man worth your life, king, and no motherfucking man. So then, you know, Kenya meets with Phaedra, and she, you know, feels like Phaedra's the best person to talk to, because she's went through similar things with Apollo, which she did. Apollo did get a bit physical with Phaedra, and even on the season 7 reunion, when Andy Cohen asked her, was Apollo ever physical towards her, she wouldn't answer the question. That right there let me further know that he was physical with her ass. There's no doubt in my fucking mind that he was physical with Phaedra. I honestly and sincerely believe that he was. That's just what I think. I do think that he put his hands on Phaedra. I do think he laid hands on her. That's just what I believe. I ain't saying it's in the Bible. I ain't saying that I wrote it, but I think that is true. I think that he put his hands on Phaedra. So Phaedra would be the right person to talk to him. Phaedra did give her some sound advice on what she should do. She got to let it go. She might need to put out a restraining order or something. And Kenya is attention seeking. Kenya is thirsty, and sometimes Kenya does things for attention. But honestly, this particular storyline, I feel like this shit is real as a motherfucker, because I always felt like Matt was crazy from the jump. I've been saying he was crazy. He looked like he was crazy. Like, he just seemed like he just gave me that crazy, man, I'll whoop your motherfucking ass look. That's what he give me. And I just think that he crazy. Because I don't think that, you know, Kenya playing this up for the cameras. Like, she can be a bit manipulative. Everybody knows that about Kenya. But I don't condone this man's actions. No woman deserves to be terrorized like that. And that's exactly what he's doing. Terrorizing this bitch. She don't deserve that. I don't give a fuck what Kenya has said on the show. I don't give a damn how many people she's provoked on the show. Nobody deserves to have a man put their hands on them. Nobody deserves to have a man terrorizing them just because they don't want to be with them no more. That's some crazy shit. That's deadly shit. That's some shit that somebody can die from. You don't know what's on a nigga mind. So no, I ain't here for that. So then Sheree was meeting up with someone about her chateau. Sheree. Now, Sheree, you know I'm here for you in your messy ways. But girl, you need to watch your budget. You already ain't got that much money. And it shows because you ain't really been in Chateau Sheree yet. You need to really simmer down and stop trying to spend all your money on this motherfucking house that you struggling to move into. Sit the fuck down, Sheree. Like, it's just too much. It's way too much. And you need to calm the fuck down with this house shit. You really need to calm the fuck down with it because it's really ridiculous. Like, girl, calm down. Like, this ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't, this, you know you need to do better than that. Like, you don't need to be trying to get shit that you can't afford. But okay, but anyway, Marlo comes in and Sheree, as where she been to Kenya's events and she ain't seen her. So that's when Marlo says that she ain't fucking with Kenya like that. You know, Kenya asked her for tips on making her birthday party fabulous and she didn't even get an invite. Come to find out, she look up on social media and she sees Kenya on pictures with Nene. So she felt like because Nene was at the fucking party, that's why she wasn't there. And she's been there for Kenya and Nene hasn't. And honestly, to be quite honest, Nene dogged Kenya the fuck out, okay? She really did dog her the fuck out. And Kenya has always wanted to be up Nene's ass. She's always wanted to be her friend. She's always done so many things, even when Nene did her ass dirty. Like, you know, blames her for that whole pillow talk situation, which it wasn't her fault, and all of that. And even cut Marlo off just for fucking with Kenya. So for Kenya to do Marlo like that is kind of fucked up. Like, this is a bitch who ain't even been there for you and you all up her ass. But that's what Kenya wanted to be. I always felt like Kenya was desperate and thirsty for Nene's friendship. And I still stand by that. I honestly do. So then there's the pop-up shop. Everybody comes in, everybody getting along, everybody's doing this, everybody's doing that, everybody trying to sell their products. And you know, everything seems to be going good. I mean, of course Candy would be the one to sell the most. And then followed by Candy, there's Cynthia, and then there's Porsha, and then there's Sheree, and then Kenya. Kenya sold the least out of everybody. And I'm sitting up here like, girl, really? But I already knew that Candy was going to get it popping because she knows how to sell something. She knows how to make her money, so she knows how to sell. She donated the most money as well. So that was good. But then Marlo comes, and she comes right on over there to Sheree's booth with her t-shirts. And that's when Kenya wanted to talk to her privately. And then she, you know, apologizes to Marlo for not inviting her to her housewarming. But Marlo said it's more than just a housewarming. You didn't invite me to your party and you didn't do this. And I feel like you're a fake, phony person. And, you know, she said, you know, Kenya just walked off because she's trying to deal with clients and all that. But Kenya, you know you wrong. You know you didn't have to do Marlo like that. And I'm not even Marlo's biggest fan. But when you was there for Marlo, Marlo was there for you. She really ain't been nothing but a friend to you, honestly. And if I was her, I would feel the same way. Like, you really gonna turn your back on me for Nene, a bitch that's been doing you so wrong in the past, for the past few years, like shitting on your name since season 6, and now you want to be up her ass. Don't even want to invite me to shit because her ass there. I feel the same way, honestly. I really would. But with that being said, y'all, this is my review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias at the bottom of the video. And my next video will be Love and Hip Hop New York. I don't know if I'm going to continue to review K. Michelle My Life. Y'all know I love her to death. Y'all know that's my girl. But it don't look like you guys are really interested in my reviews on that particular show. And that'll be one less show for me to review. So I'm probably not going to review that anymore. It just depends on how it looks this week, but I'm gonna go back and forth on that. But that's it. Next video y'all gonna see is Love and Hip Hop, and then Married to Medicine. Hopefully I give y'all more videos this week because my schedule isn't so bad this week. So, you know, I'm trying to give y'all more shit. So with that being said, you guys, I am out of here, and peace. I'm out.